In the journey of life, we tread the thin line between self-devotion and self-destruction. It's a delicate balance, a dance between light and shadow, growth and decay. On one side, there's self-devotion, a commitment to nurturing, understanding, and growing oneself. It's the gentle glow of the morning sun that promises a new day, a better version of ourselves. On the other side, there's self-destruction, the shadow lurking in the background. It's the storm that quietly brews within us, the choices and habits that harm us, knowingly or unknowingly. This dance, this fine line, shapes our destiny, influencing our choices, our actions, and ultimately our lives. Welcome to Delightful Inspirations, and in this episode, we delve into the profound concepts of self-devotion and self-destruction, exploring the duality that exists within each one of us, and how we can navigate this journey with wisdom, courage, and compassion. Self-devotion is a commitment to oneself. It's an acknowledgement of your worth and a pledge to nurture your growth. Picture this. You are a seed planted in the fertile ground of self-devotion. With every drop of self-care, you are watering this seed, allowing it to sprout and bloom into the person you are destined to be. This commitment isn't about putting your needs over others in a selfish manner. Rather, it's about recognizing that you can't pour from an empty cup. It's about ensuring that your cup is overflowing, that you are in a state of abundance. This abundance then allows you to give to others without draining yourself. Now, you might ask, how do we cultivate this sense of self-devotion? Well, it starts with understanding your needs, your desires, your dreams. It's about setting goals that align with your true self and taking steps, no matter how small, towards achieving them. Let's shed some light on this concept. First, self-devotion is the act of prioritizing your well-being, setting boundaries, and pursuing goals that align with your true self. This is not a one-time act. It's a continuous journey of self-discovery and self-improvement. Second, it's not selfishness, it's about being self-full, filling your cup first to be able to give to others. This distinction is vital. Being self-full implies that you are taking care of your physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. This holistic approach ensures that you are equipped to handle life's challenges and share your gifts with the world. So let's delve deeper into this journey of self-devotion. Let's learn to set boundaries, to say no when necessary, to prioritize our well-being. Let's learn to fill our cups first, to be self-full. Because remember, it's not selfishness, it's about being self-full. Filling your cup first to be able to give to others. In contrast, self-destruction is the shadow lurking in the background. It's a dark echo of our choices, our habits, the things we do that harm us, knowingly or unknowingly. It's the silent whisper that convinces us to stay in bed when we should be up and running, to indulge in that extra piece of cake when we're already full, or to stay in relationships that drain us rather than nourish us. Self-destruction can be as subtle as procrastination or as loud as addiction. It's the internal monologue that tells us we're not good enough, the fear that holds us back from reaching our full potential. It's the storm that brews quietly within us, waiting for the moment to unleash its fury. Now let's hear some real-life stories from individuals who've battled with self-destructive behavior. Their identities have been concealed to maintain their privacy, but their stories are as real as it gets. The first voice we hear is from a woman who has spent years trapped in a cycle of self-sabotage. She shares, "I was caught in this loop of making poor choices, then beating myself up for them. I knew it was wrong, but it was a hard pattern to break." Then we hear from a man who didn't realize the extent of his self-destructive behavior until it was almost too late. He recalls, "I was so deep into my self-destructive habits that I didn't realize how much harm I was causing myself until I hit rock bottom." These stories may sound extreme, but they are not uncommon. Many of us have our own battles with self-destruction, whether they're big or small. But remember, self-destruction is not a life sentence. It's a pattern, and like all patterns, it can be broken. And as we transition from the shadow of self-destruction to the light of self-devotion, keep this thought in mind. I didn't realize how much harm I was causing myself until I hit rock bottom. Because sometimes it's in our darkest moments that we find the will to change, to rise, and to heal. But within each of us lies the power for change, the strength to shift from self-destruction to self-devotion. We each carry a potent force within us, a force with the potential to transform our lives, to shift our path from self-destruction to self-devotion. This force is not a magic wand or a quick-fix solution. It is the power of choice, the power of self-awareness, and the power of resilience. When we talk about self-destruction, it's important to remember that it's not an irreversible state. Just as self-destruction is born out of repeated choices that harm us, self-devotion can be fostered through consistent choices that nurture us. So how do we tap into this transformative power? Let's dig into this concept. Firstly, acknowledge the need for change. This isn't about blame or guilt. It's about recognizing patterns that no longer serve you. Next, understand that change is a process, not an event. It takes time and patience. Don't rush yourself. Begin with small, manageable steps. Maybe it's setting aside 10 minutes a day for self-care or saying no when you're overwhelmed. Small changes can lead to big shifts. Embrace the power of mindfulness. Mindfulness helps you stay present, notice your patterns, and make conscious choices. But it's not just about what you do. It's also about how you perceive yourself. Remember, you are not defined by your past actions or your current circumstances. You have the power to redefine and recreate yourself. Nurture self-compassion, be gentle with yourself during this journey, celebrate your progress, and don't beat yourself up over setbacks. The journey from self-destruction to self-devotion isn't a linear one. There will be peaks and valleys, moments of clarity and confusion. But with each step taken, with each choice made towards self-devotion, you are harnessing your inherent power to change. Setting clear boundaries and practicing self-care are crucial steps towards self-devotion. Remember, this journey is not a race. It's a lifelong commitment to yourself, a commitment to foster self-devotion and to continually choose growth over destruction. So take that first step today, tap into your power to change, and see where the journey takes you. Self-devotion and self-destruction are two sides of the same coin. Every day we're presented with a myriad of choices, each one a step towards one side or the other. We've journeyed through the concepts of self-devotion and self-destruction, understanding their impact on our lives. We've seen that self-devotion is about nurturing and growing, like the morning sun promising a new day. On the other side, self-destruction lurks in the shadows, a storm that brews quietly within us, yet within each of us lies the power to shift from self-destruction to self-devotion. This transformation requires introspection, acceptance, and sometimes seeking help. Remember, the journey isn't easy, but it's a path worth walking. It's a commitment to be kind to ourselves, to celebrate our victories, learn from setbacks, and set clear boundaries. Let's choose wisely for ourselves and for the world around us. If this video resonated with you, consider subscribing and sharing it with someone who might need to hear this message. It's a powerful reminder of the journey we're all on, a journey that teeters between self-devotion and self-destruction. As we've seen today, self-devotion is not about being self-absorbed. It's about acknowledging our worth, setting healthy boundaries, and taking the necessary steps to nurture our growth. It's about waking up each morning with the promise of a new day, a new opportunity to choose ourselves, to choose growth over stagnation, love over fear, and hope over despair. On the other hand, self-destruction can be a silent storm, slowly eroding our well-being. It's the choices we make, the patterns we fall into, the toxic cycles we sometimes find ourselves trapped in. But remember, there is always a way out. It starts with recognition, followed by acceptance, and finally, a commitment to change. The path to self-devotion is not a sprint, but a marathon. It's an ongoing journey of self-discovery and self-improvement. It's about celebrating our victories, no matter how small, learning from our setbacks, and practicing kindness towards ourselves. So we invite you to embark on your own journey of self-devotion. Start today, start now. Take that first step towards self-love and self-care. Remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about being better than you were yesterday. If you found value in this video, show your support by subscribing to our channel. Share it with your friends, family, and anyone who might benefit from this message. Together we can encourage a culture of self-devotion, helping each other to grow, thrive, and live our best lives. So ask yourself, are you ready to take that first step? Are you ready to embark on your journey towards self-devotion? Are you ready to take it?